No last time around. Is he ready to change his mind? Democratic Congressman John Adler out of New Jersey, member of the House Financial Services Committee. And, sir, welcome here to America's Newsroom, and good morning to you.
Bill, it's great to talk to you.
Can this bill...
Well, it depends what the bill is. I think the House bill that came forward back in the spring and passed barely in November didn't have the sort of cost controls that the small businesses of my district, New Jersey, and the small businesses around the country have been crying out for. They've seen the premiums go up year after year, and the first version didn't really contain costs for businesses, which meant that over time more Americans would lose insurance.
Yeah, and because of that, you voted no. Are you now prepared to vote yes if it comes up again, or will you in fact vote no again?
Bill, it's a fair question. It depends what the bill says. I'm one of those old-fashioned folks that think we should read the bills before we decide how we're going to vote. But I think the bill should contain costs better than the original House version did. The Senate did some of it. The House did some of it. Neither bill did nearly enough to make it affordable for businesses 5 years from now. And that should really be our goal, so businesses can be strong again and employ more people and help us get out of this terrible recession.
How novel. You're going to read the bill. Now, listen, you come from what has traditionally been a Republican district in New Jersey, right?
So well, not that long. It was Democrat night in 1882, so it sort of swings back both ways.
1882, you say?
That's right.
Okay.
So I'm listening to people in my district.
I got sarcasm to the side here. What have you seen in this bill? What has been talked about? What about this health summit last week that would convince you that fundamentally they're going to change the bill in a way where it doesn't cost jobs, as you point out, and it does help small businesses?
Well, I was proud of some of the discussion between the president and some of the Republicans who were trying to find some common ground. I think we got to keep doing that. I'm sort of disturbed as a newcomer here in Congress that the Republicans and Democrats don't seem to want to talk to one another. These are American problems and business problems for our great country, and I don't see the parties working together to try to solve those problems.
You're not talking like a man who sounds very convinced now, are you?
Well, I'm hoping for the best. I was elected to come to Washington to help solve problems. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm going to work with people of both parties to try to do the best we can for our business community and our taxpayers.
Okay, I call it 2.0, health care reform tomorrow, which is some sort of plan we'll hear from the White House. As you rightly point out, we do not know what's in it. There are leaks, however, and our own Major Garrett was reporting on two possibilities late last night. Tort reform, and also the ability to buy health insurance across state lines. Is that enough to get your vote?
Well, it depends whether that's really going to contain costs. Really, the goal here is to get more Americans access to affordable insurance and then make sure we don't squeeze businesses out of the insurance market by seeing their premiums go up 20, 30% every year. So we're going to have to actually gauge what the bill does and decide if it's actually good for America long term. If it's good for America, I'll vote for it, but it has to be good for America.
I'm not getting anywhere in this interview today, am I? I'm trying to figure out which way you're going to go. I know you keep falling back on the whole idea about reading the plan. I think that's the smart idea. It's the right idea, but have you seen or heard anything within committees or the hallways of Congress to get you to change your mind?
Oh, I think there are a lot of good ideas out there. I've actually presented some ideas directly to the President of the United States and to the Speaker of things I think are necessary to bring costs under control over time, to make insurance affordable, and therefore to get my vote. I'm hoping we'll do some of those things to make a better bill that actually helps businesses and American taxpayers over the long term.
All right, well, we'll see what happens tomorrow. John Adler, thank you for your time. We will be in touch with you and other moderate Democrats who in the end likely will make this bill pass or fail. Sir, thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
All right, Martha.
Elizabeth Smart.